The following is a presentation of William Paterson University Television.
Welcome back to the desk to recap WP sports for the year. We will be doing an all-star WP draft. Joining me for the draft is Kellie Owens, David Gordon, Gerard James, and Lamont Hampton. We will be doing a snake draft just like fantasy, starting with you, Kellie, with the first overall pick in the 2026 WP draft. Who do you select?
Who do I select, Coop? It was a very hard decision, but obviously you got to give me Jada Jacobs on that one. The Defensive Player of the Year for the women's basketball team, had 185 rebounds, had 104 assists and 96 steals. Also, she achieved a triple-double against Montclair at the Rec Center. You don't really see a D3 athlete doing that, so she has to be my first overall pick.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great pick from you, Kellie. I mean, I'll swing it to you, Gerard, with your pick. I can't wait to hear this one.
Great pick.
I know you wanted it.
I did. She was also my number one pick, actually. But I'm going to have to go with Renee Wells as my first overall pick. She was also NJAC Futon Player of the Week, Player of the Year also. 492 points, 162 rebounds. And she finished the year with an 806 free throw average. You know, got to give it to her. One of the best women we've had. And honestly, like, one of the best teams we've seen in here, William Paterson.
Yeah, I mean, and David, I'll go to you. We got two basketball athletes off the board now. Who do you select for your first overall pick?
My first pick, I'm going to go with the heart and soul of the WP women's basketball team, Patty Walsh.
Wow.
You know, she had 290 points, 181 rebounds, 55 blocks. She's getting it done on all cylinders. She always got it done on all cylinders. She was always, you know, hyping up her bench. She deserves to be on any big team, like an all WP team. Give me Patty Walsh.
Yeah, Patty Walsh does it all for the Pioneers, and she did it in her senior season, so great pick from you. There, I will go to you, Lamont. What's your first overall pick?
Well, it's not going to be somebody from the women's basketball team because y'all took the whole big
Sorry, Mont.
Sheesh. Anyways, let's get James Neville. I mean, the man for the safety that plays for William Paterson Pioneers, probably the best highlight that the Pioneers had on their defensive side. Whenever you seen Neville's on the field, you knew that he was going to be involved. He's going to attack the ball. He's going to be in the air when the ball was passed. Or if the ball's on the ground, he has to go and put his nose in, he would do it. So James Neville, with the way the Pioneers played this year, he was the best thing that the defense had. And without a doubt, he has to be my number one overall pick for this William Paterson team.
Yeah, one of the bright spots out for the Pioneers football team there. I'll keep it with you now. We're going to round two here, Lamont. And who was your first pick in round number two?
So to back it up and then keep it going, it's going to be Ty Kobalakowicz, a.k.a. Ty Kobe. Clearly, I can't say his name, but everybody else knows his name around here and in the NJAC. Being all NJAC first team, helping the Pioneers get to the NJAC finals. Yeah, it didn't go the way they wanted, but nobody expected him to be there. So Ty Kobe rounding out being the second star on this all-star lineup. I'd love to see how he played last year. This year, he exploded, and let's see how he finishes out his career next year with his senior season.
Solid pick.
That's a great pick right there.
That's
Great
a
pick.
David, I'll go to you with your second pick.
My next pick, I'm also going to stick with the WP baseball team, and I'm going to go with Devin DeProza. You know, he batted .408 this year with a 1,021 OPS, 62 hits, 24 RBIs. You know, he was a guy that you can trust to get on base and get it done on the defensive side of the ball. So he was always leading this team, and he's someone you can always count on any baseball team. So give me Devin DeProza.
I'm shocked he went that high.
What?
I'm shocked he went this high.
Let's hear who you have high.
Let's hear your next pick.
Speaking of high,
I
let's
will.
hear how high
Yeah, because you're judging Devin DeProza. Let's hear yours.
Yeah, let's.
Okay.
I'll swing it to you, Gerard.
Fine. I'll go to the volleyball team, to the women's volleyball team, and put on the block party. Give me Sofia Zablakic
as your number two?
as my number two.
Gerard.
This woman barely played all season.
Gerard.
She played the last 3 weeks of the season. That's
Right,
your number two?
she did not
That's
play
your
out.
number two, Gerard?
She,
It's a
granted,
45
wait, hold on,
45
granted, she was
blocks,
injured.
65
She was
kills.
injured, but still, I mean, come on, Gerard.
You know what they say? Best ability is availability. And number two, to each his own.
Hey, you know what? She her don't even do. Why do you always do that to me?
Because that's a bad pick. It's a bad pick.
Whatever.
She is a solid player, but due to the injury from last
You know,
season.
injuries do suck.
Well,
but
gotta see what she does in her senior year.
Yeah,
but also she was able to contribute. That's the word I was looking for.
All these top athletes.
Before we
contribute.
jumped.
Yeah, I get jumped.
Yeah, I mean, Sophia's got to. I mean, she was injured, obviously, as you guys were saying, but she's got to have to step up in her senior season. So yeah, I mean, to me, that's not a great pick in the round for to
Okay,
go
it was my
that
reach,
high.
all right?
But
Leave me alone.
Kelly, I'll go to you with to finish up round 2 with your pick.
For round 2, you got to give me Matt Caruso with the baseball team. As a freshman, he was putting up numbers. He was one of the key factors to getting the Pioneers to the championship, knocking down the number 11 Kane and the number 15 Montclair. So he has to be my number 2 pick. He had a batting average of .359 this season. He did have 3 home runs, 51 hits overall. I mean, he's just a great second pick in my opinion.
That is a great pick. I mean, Caruso, he is the future of the Pioneers.
Oh, absolutely.
All the big clutch moments he had in the regular season as well as in the NJAC playoffs to knock off Kane, nobody can script that, nobody can make that perfect, and Caruso is an amazing pick.
I expect him to get better and better every season.
Yeah, and this baseball team, just because they were the 6th seed, and we've seen how they knocked off 2 top teams in the country, and losing 10 seniors this year. This young team is going to be very dangerous in the NJAC going forward for the next few years.
Kelly, gentlemen, we're going to round 2 here. We're about halfway through our draft here. Kelly, I'll swing it to you for your 3rd overall pick.
I am going to be with the volleyball team for my pick. Not where Gerard's going, though. You got to give me Bella Demers. I mean, she was 4 NJAC Defensive Player of the Week. She did end up getting Defensive Player of the Year. And the AVCA All-Region First Team, I mean, she was putting up great numbers. She had 570 digs also and 42 service aces. So, I mean, she just has to be on my draft pick. I'm sorry.
Do you know what AVCA even stands for?
The American Volleyball.
CA.
Why do you care?
I don't know. I just wonder.
And it doesn't matter. She's still putting up great numbers for the Pioneers for being a transfer
I
student.
wanted
It don't
to know
matter.
if you knew what it stood for. I didn't know what it stood for. I just wondered if you.
Clearly you don't know, but I agree with your pick, Kelly. I mean, Bella Demers coming over from Eastern Michigan, the way she turned it up in the NJAC has held it down, locked it, and as well as comparing her with Jada Jacobs, who was a transfer last year. So now you have a transfer freshman, and you got another transfer from D1. Your list is actually looking better than mine.
I thought strategically on mine.
We see that. But William Paterson has a knack for going to get D1 athletes to come to a D3 school.
Gerard,
crazy.
with that being said, I will let's hear your 3rd overall pick in this draft.
Put me back into the rec center as my 3rd overall pick is going to be Gianni Moran. What? Why? You know what? His contributions. The basketball team.
Contribution?
165 points on the season, 28 rebounds, 39 assists, 23 steals. He contributed.
To what?
A lot of losing games.
That is exactly.
I mean, no, let's keep it real. No, let's keep it real.
Yeah.
The basketball team was not that great this year.
So what does Gianni Moran contribute to that team? To be your 3rd pick?
points.
You just got on David about the pros of being a number 2 pick. Then you go and get some
hold
black.
on.
I didn't get up to him about
Yes,
it.
you did.
Hold on.
You picked some years of
Leave the
blackness.
dog
Who barely
alone,
played
all right?
the game. Who barely played this year. And then you go and follow up with Gianni Moran as your 3rd pick? Are we serious? All right, put Fred O'Rourke at that position. He even finished the season.
You know what?
I know.
didn't. The only reason I didn't pick Fred O'Rourke
Why?
was because he didn't finish the season.
He had more
And
highlights than Moran.
Doug highlights that he almost
Fact.
missed.
He had more highlights than
Fax
Moran.
machine over here.
But when you look at what Moran would do, his penetration into the paint. Don't give me that.
What
look.
to the paint? No, his blocks. Everybody's blocking Moran. Come on, 3rd overall pick, Gerard. Come on, Gerard.
But most
You
of
were
my
at the-
other
I
picks
can't
were
wait to see
also
the rest of
taken.
your picks.
You
I
were on
just
the
can't wait.
broadcast
I
there. You
cannot
seen
wait.
wherever Moran got the ball shit.
Let's move it to
Come on
Dave
now.
Dog. I want to
Yeah.
hear David's pick.
Yeah,
I need to hear David's
You're
pick.
done.
Yeah, so Dave, I'll swing it to you with your 3rd overall pick here.
I'm going to go back to the diamond. I'm going to go to the softball diamond. I'm going to go with a senior, Haley Backo. On the
a good
season, she
pick.
had 403 batting average with a 1.134 OPS, 52 hits, 19 doubles, 4 home runs, and 51 RBIs. She was a senior leader on this team that got it done on all cylinders, and she's someone that you can count on through all her time on the WP softball team. So shout out Haley Backo for an amazing career here at WP.
Yeah, Backo, a 5-tool player for the Pioneers softball team, so good pick there. Lamont, you are on the clock, my friend, with your 3rd overall pick.
Yeah, very solid pick, as you mentioned, David Backo. I mean, that's someone I wanted. Again, you took my player. But let's slide over to the 4th member on this basketball team that you guys all want to take, Luna Kirby. I mean, the lady, the woman, whatever you want to call her. Whenever she was out there, she made things shake. She made things happen. That backcourt with her, Jacobs, and Chiara, Luna Kirby was solid as ever could be. Was still get the pass, and when Kirby got hot from that 3-point line, boy, oh boy, you throw up your threes and you pray that goes in because it was nothing but net for Kirby. And honestly, honestly, she was, I think, the glue of this team this year. With her missing last season, as well as the growth that she had from her confidence, and she mentioned it even on this desk when Gerard, James, and Kellie Owens over here had the chance to interview her, she turned it up, and this is what is going to be expected next year with her grad senior year, and I cannot wait to see how she plays out.
I wanted that pick so bad.
Well, you didn't have it.
Yeah. No, phenomenal season from Luna Kirby. She's coming back for her graduate year, so I'm really excited to see what she does, even though I will be here, but
I'm jealous too, yeah, because we
That's what we
won't
said
be
that, yeah.
here. But I will say this about that women's basketball team. That's one team I do not want to see in the NJAC coming across, because they are going to be determined to win the NJAC championship, getting all the way there this season and falling that short and still making it to the tournament. I think this is going to be one hungry team next year, and practically the whole squad's coming back minus Renee Wells. So the strength is still here in that team.
It was definitely a letdown that they didn't win the NJAC after their amazing regular season, so I think they're going to come hungry next year.
All right, we're going to move to round 4 of our draft. Lamont, I'll go back to you with your fourth overall pick.
So let's go to the diamond once again, but this time let's go to the pitcher mound. Jose Marte, I mean, the man had a 3.65 ERA, which I wouldn't say isn't the best, but everybody's not an MLB baseball player nowadays. However, his impact and his role on this team was there. You mentioned Matt Caruso with his play on the NJAC first round against Kane. Well, let's look at Marte on the mound. He did what he had to do, holding Kane to only 2 runs in the entire game, as well as playing a big part with his pitching. There will be games where it will be just Marte straight on the mound, no bullpen, don't got to call anybody else in. He was as solid as it can be, and him being a senior, now next year the Pioneers have to look for who that could be that solid guy. But getting all NJAC honors at the end of this season, you got to give it up to the man, Jose Marte.
Yeah, Jose Marte, one of the top 2 arms for the Pioneers this season, so great pick there. David, I'll swing it to you with your 4th overall pick.
I'm going to go back to the rec, and on the volleyball side of things, I'm going to go with the freshman Riley Elliott. 362 points, 299 kills, 142 digs, 18 blocks, adding on an NJAC Rookie of the Week. She was a standout on this team. She really got going, and she's someone that is going to have an amazing career here at William Paterson. I'm proud of the season that she had. She was someone that you could rely on this volleyball team, so give me her, and she's gonna be a star.
I don't know how many times we said her name calling games. Like, everybody.
as a freshman too, the way she was playing as a freshman was just absolutely incredible.
So again, this is another team that's on the rise that is like the Pioneers here are going to be very dangerous coming up.
I wouldn't say on the rise. I mean, they were NJAC champions last year. This year they took a step back, obviously. So on the rise is kind of iffy. But seeing what they have, you mentioned Demers transfer. She was only a sophomore this year, so she's going to come back. Riley Elliott, her being a freshman coming all the way from California. Let's see how she treats her summer coming back to Jersey and how she's going to be impactful. But on the rise, I think it's a stretch. I mean, I think it's more of a team that had a dead point, and we'll see how they come back next year.
So you saying this is going to be like another rebuild year?
I wouldn't say a rebuild year. I mean, this year they take that leap because more last year was the rebuild, bringing in two different players as well as bringing a lot of transfers. So next year I think will be the year that they take that leap.
Okay. I kind of think they're like the Lady Pioneer women's basketball team. They're hungry for another NJAC championship.
Yeah.
Gerard, you are on the clock again for your 4th overall pick.
So I'm gonna take it back to the diamond, but on the softball side, and I want to pick up Brandy Shortway for my number 4 pick.
Okay, that's actually solid.
Yeah.
Thank you. Finally got the seal of approval.
But very late is crazy.
Look, y'all kept taking my other picks, all right? So I went with her because, again, another contributing piece to this team. Now, they were disappointing, to say the least, was a softball team. And Brandy Shortway, again, averaging .412 throughout the year, OPS of 1.086, 49 hits, 8 doubles, 3 triples, 25 RBIs. At least she, was at least contacting the ball, getting on base, and able to just help the team score. And again, this Pioneer softball team, they're missing those few pieces. And I think if they can get that in the portal and also in recruiting this year, they'll be another team that's competing in the NJAC.
Kellie, round us out for your 4th overall pick.
For my 4th pick, we're going to stick inside the rec center, back to the women's basketball team. Madison Chiera. I mean, she did have, Mom was talking about her before, during the full court press. She was one of those key people being able to steal the ball. She had 224 points this season, 87 rebounds. She had 70 assists and 44 steals on the season. I mean, especially with that full court press, like something magical just came out of the Pioneers, and they just kept stealing this ball and just kept going up for points. Maddie Chiara was one of those people, along with Kirby and Jada Jacobs. So it kind of just makes sense to have her as my 4th pick.
No, 100% agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Chiara, her improvement from her freshman year to this year was amazing. And we mentioned Sophia Zablakis missed some time. Chiara missed about 5-6 games this year.
At the beginning of the year.
But yeah, towards the beginning and middle of the year over winter break. But when she came back, she was impactful. She was great, and she's a dog. And same could be said for Chiara. I mean, same for Kirby, same for Jacobs. When Chiara gets hot, when Chiara goes and starts shooting those threes, it's lights out. And she brings the size and athleticism as well. When she drives to the paint, the way she just does things, it's just different. And that's a great pick at the 4th. It easily could have been moved up higher if she had a healthier season.
Yeah, no, that's why she kind of fell so short on my list. But also when she was injured, as soon as she came back, usually coaches will, like take it easy with their players. But she just went in and she was playing like she didn't miss 5, 6, 7 games. So, I mean, yeah, I agree. It should have been a bit higher, but just the injury aspect. But
Yeah, it's a great pick.
Great pick, but that black mask era of hers, when she first came back, and then all of a sudden when she took it off, I was like, wait a minute, it's the same person. And it's when she got hot, the whole team they followed.
Built off.
She was another one when if somebody was cold, she was right there to pick up the slack. So
Cold-blooded.
4th was low, but I'm surprised she didn't go higher.
Yeah.
Okay, we're now going to enter our final and round number 5, and I'll go back to you, Kelly, with your 5th overall selection of this draft. You are on the clock.
yeah, we're going to take it over to Jeff Alby's field on the hump. Nick Durso, a Sports Desk resident. I mean, you really got to give it to Durso, the senior. He had an incredible season. He did have a 3.48 ERA. Like Mont said about Jose Martes, not that high, but not all pitchers can be like MLB pitchers. 179 whip. He came in during that Rowan game and he only threw 5 pitches in the NJAC championship. Even though those 5 pitches, he still had an incredible season. And every time he came off the mound, it was, you can't see me.
Yeah, he had in the beginning of the season, he was incredible, locking down a lot of saves for the Pioneers. So he had a terrific overall season for the Pioneers. But Gerard, you were on the clock with your final pick of this draft.
I gotta give it to Durso too, especially in this playoff run, to be able to come into the game and close out the Kane game, grind out into the double play already, to advance this team. That's going to be a big loss for this Pioneers, going from starter to closer, big loss. But for my final pick, I'm gonna kick it out to the football field. Nobody, we really didn't. Our football team, wasn't that good.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're right.
Wasn't that good. But I'm
gonna speak facts here.
Hey, might as well, right? But I want to take it to the senior leader with Nigel Jennings, the quarterback. 91 for 190 completion. The attempts rate wasn't that good. 11 interceptions to his 6 touchdowns. But he did throw 1,058 yards.
Wait.
6 touchdowns to his 11 interceptions. It's ugly.
Let me start a little bit to get this straight. So 11 interceptions to 6 touchdowns is top 5 worthy?
You know what? Look, them was not all his fault. Because
Gerard, what does that even mean?
Can I answer? I'm about to answer that
Gerard.
question. No, look, because you could throw the ball, but your receivers got to come down with it. Okay. And then if your receivers are having butterfingers or letting it hit them in the chest and giving it to their team, again, that's not all his fault. He was still able to produce. He actually scored on the ground quite a few times. So y'all can sit here and be like, oh, that's a bad pick.
It is.
But his contributions to the team.
To what?
Yeah, they lost. All right, I get that.
How many games did they win this season?
Listen, I'll give it to them. That first game of the season, they should have won based off Nigel Jennings' amazing
He actually kept them competitive.
Had 140 yards on the ground with just his legs alone. He can do it all. He's a dual athlete, and he's not going to be here next year, clearly, if you check out his Twitter. But how I look at it and how I see it is Jennings is not top 5 of WP athletes. We have a whole bunch of good athletes over here, and yeah, he's athletic. He's a great athlete, but it didn't transition to nothing. And it's hard to do that as a quarterback, especially on a team like the Pioneers were this season. But without a doubt, 11 interceptions, Gerard. I don't care if it's his fault, Houdini's fault, or anybody's fault. You have 11 interceptions and 6 touchdowns. Well, that's not nothing. 6 touchdowns, Gerard. How many games did they play? 8 games this season? 10 games?
But look, again, his contributions to the team. Yes.
Contribution to what?
Dude,
but
you're
look,
pissing Mont off. Like, you are making Mont mad.
Hey, listen, it's hard to get mad right now.
But I mean, again, on a team that you know what?
You digress. Yeah.
I digress. What was I about to say?
Yeah, you digress.
Go ahead, Coop. It's on you. It's on you.
Okay, Gerard. Thank you very much with that. I will move it to you, David, for your final pick. You are on the clock, my friend. Give it to us.
I'm going back to the Pioneer softball field. Let's go with the pitcher, Lila Guthrie. 3.28 ERA, 1.47 WHIP, 74.2 innings pitched, 95 hits, and 44 strikeouts. She was dominant pitcher for the Pioneers this year, and she really showed it. She really showed it, and she was also a hitter too. I forgot about that, but so when you have a dual threat like that, that's someone that you will rely on, and she deserves to be a top athlete for the Pioneers. So Lila Guthrie, great season.
Yep.
She was really great on the mound. I mean, calling a couple of their games, it was just 1, 2, 3. She was just really on a roll. Even though the Pioneers, the softball team, didn't really make it to the NJAC tournament, they still had a phenomenal season. They were like 3-4 games behind Rampo, but they still had a phenomenal season. Lila Guthrie, one of the people who carried.
Yeah, their overall record was over 500, which is definitely a plus after finishing what, like 500 last season.
Well, yeah.
So.
Yeah, I mean, Lila Guthrie is the Shohei Ohtani of this William Paterson softball team. That's how I look at it. Hitting, pitching, she could do it all. Yeah. So great pick there from you, David. My friend Lamont Hampton, you are on the clock for the final pick of this this WP draft. Give it to us.
Thank you, my friend Tyler Coop.
Yeah.
But I'm going to round it out. I'm going to finish it off in the rec on the volleyball side, and that's going to be CeCe Miller. Now, listen, this woman, CeCe Miller, thank you, Dave, for the clap. No. This woman, CeCe Miller, she done it all for the Pioneers prior to this season. This season, she took a little step back as we heard Riley Elliott, but however, CeCe Miller has been tearing it up. With this season alone, 335 points, 309 Ks, 180 digs, and 22 blocks. She does a little bit of everything, and don't forget, like I said, all NJAC mentions multiple years, time and time again. You look at me crazy over there, Gerard. And I think this, CeCe Miller, her senior year, she's going to turn up even more.
My face was only because nobody picked Patty Walsh.
Patty Walsh was the third
That was
pick.
my first pick.
You don't even know what's going on. Patty Walsh was the third pick.
Oh, that's right. Look, I forgot. My fault.
You forgot.
My fault.
He
Give me
wrote,
that.
he
I
wrote
wrote
it on his note. He wrote it on his note that Patty Walsh did not get
I
picked.
forgot. Look. Y'all jumped over me.
It's been a long block.
It's been a long attention in the classroom.
It's been a long year.
No, look,
It's been a long
it's been a long
semester,
block.
yeah.
And honestly, y'all jumped on me so many times. I forgot. I forgot his two first.
Wait. Before can we hear your list of 5 players one more time?
No.
Yes, please.
No.
No, we would love to.
I would love to.
Why?
Because I just want to hear it. I mean,
Quickly, Gerard, give it to us.
Oh,
I got to
Lord.
wrap it up here.
Renee Wells, Sophia Zablocka, Gianni Moran, Brandy Shortway, Nigel Jennings.
honestly, I'm going to take a Wells a short way.
So as we conclude the first ever WP draft, the question is, who do you guys think had the best draft class for William Paterson? That'll do it for WP Sports this season. Let's move to the ice for one final time with Baylee Matthews and their hockey crew next on WP TV.